And you've got a smile that'll light up this so... Oh! Hey, didn't see you guys there. Alright. We're continuing with the Dragoon, actually, sorry, Lancer storyline right now. This is level 15 quest from Ewain, A Dangerous Proposition. Ah, Mercy, you come at a good time. I urgently require your help. Scarcely a bell ago, our old friend Folks, yep, I'm still pronouncing it Folks, F-O-U-L-Q-U-E-S, paid us another visit, seemingly intent upon reprising the performance he gave on the day of your first meeting. As on that occasion, he raved till the air was thick with slanders, declaring every soul who met his gaze more craven than the last. This time, however, not all ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seems one of our younger members took offense at his words and demanded satisfaction of the rogue. The two have since departed to duel in the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly and rebuked the lad for letting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure that the hot-headed fool does not come to lasting harm. I would have departed in pursuit of the pair ere you came, but my duties keep me here. That is why I turn to you now, Mercy. Pray, go to the East Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade. You got it, dude. East Shroud. I'm going to take a boat, which actually leaves from here. So I'm already... Boop, 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 boop. So I'm running down a wooden path from the Lancers Guild. Sorry, it is a natural path, but it has wooden logs kind of built into it as kind of natural, like it's forming natural steps or trying to. Talk to the skipper here. There's a little, I'm gonna say 2-branch dock. So, you know, the main dock goes out straight and you got 2 branches out from it. Little boats. And we're going to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud for free. It's not the only way to get there, but it's damn sure the fastest. And it's close enough, I'm not going to use my sprint, even though I probably can. Like, this is probably going to lead to a cutscene. I want to try to avoid... Oh, nah, whatever. A vulture has aggroed me, but I'm just going to outrun it. No point. Folks, the silver-haired, kind of dark-skinned, scary Lancer dude, is standing over a young man in kind of male scale, brownish, copperish gear with a helmet. Missing a visor. And Folks is looking at me. So we meet again. You remember who I am, I trust. I do. But of course you remember your mentor, he who taught you the true meaning of courage. I understand you were able to retrieve the Stone of Courage in Spirit Hold. It seems I was right about you, he says as he slow claps at you. Ah, you have the makings of a true Lancer, unlike those charlatans at the Lancers Guild. It is well that you have come to me, for I have just the trial for you, one that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? Ah, but you have no choice. Should you refuse, well, suffice it to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here. When last we spoke, I told you that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Needless to say, the threat posed by ordinary creatures is insufficient. You must needs seek out better sport. Ah, but fear not, for I have taken the liberty of finding you something suitable. Take this alchemic potation and sprinkle it upon the exposed roots yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down. I ain't afraid of no root ghost. I don't know. I zoomed in to look at the dude right here. Had to describe him, you know. I'm at the base of a pretty big tree. Not as big as we've seen, but still pretty damn big. And, you know, purple glowing spot means that there's an action I can take here. Stop it. No, wait. Okay, yeah. Exposed roots. And from this has spawned just a giant angry tree. I've described these before. They have kind of long mini trees sprouting from its head, and it's a thick stump of a tree with a big mouth and big eyes and branch hands with like spiky fingers on them. Is that it, bro? That's all you got? I'm sure there's more, because that was way too easy. Back to folks. So you have vanquished the treant? Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have further strengthened your courage. Release your comrade? Oh, I shall, once you've completed my next trial. This will pit you against a multitude of foes. Make your way to Lifeman's Stump in the Central Shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot along the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there at this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the Alpha Wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. Sprint. He's the best around. Faster than lightning. Truer than true. Not really sure what songs I've been trying to put together there. I think one of them was Ballroom Blitz. Faster than lightning. And the thunders were frightening. We all started moving. And they started grooving. I don't know the words that well. I'm back in the Central Shroud where I've done most of the quests. I'm running across a river. And back to where we first met Papalimo and Ida, the Lifeman's Stump area, which, you know, you run through basically a cave tunnel, secret tunnel, and not quite to the stump where I got the sword, but like the entrance to that big circular clearing, surrounded by cliff face. And then we are going to wait for wolves. Fade to black. It's a level synced event, 19 tops. And I am joined by Folks. He, I'm assuming, is going to... He took a couple of them. I have 4 attacking me, including the Alpha, which is a apparently a thing that's untrue. The last thing that I heard is that it's not really like there's an Alpha that controls everything. It's more like it's cooperative. And you will probably, I think they do have alpha status as far as mating goes. You'll have, I think you'll have a wolf that's more likely to be a mate for multiple other wolves, as opposed to just, what's this? Blind? Fuck you, why'd you blind me? I mean, I get why it's a very good strategy, very smart strategy. But still. After I killed the Alpha, Folks said he was going to leave, and he did, but luckily there were only a couple wolves left, and I was never in any danger. Cutscene. You are to be congratulated, Mercy. By throwing yourself into the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage, says Folks, walking up. And in the process, you have brought peace to Lifeman's Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must now see that those issued by the guild are not but child's play. Mine is the one true path to courage. All others lead to ignominy. If you wish to become a lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Egwene in his house of cravens, never to return. You shake your head at him. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. I'm going to use my return to go back to the main part of Gridania. Not that far. Whatever. Running past the waterfall. Take making a right curve around some cliffs here. Basically just making a U-shaped curve from the Lifemen Stump area back to the main Gardanian gate into Central Shroud. Jogging's good for the health, right? Apparently, jogging is okay, but like long distance running compared to high impact short burst workouts like sprints, if you sprint for however long, sprint for as long as you can and then walk for a bit until you like regain your breath and you regain some muscle, then sprint for as long as you can and then walk for a bit until you, that apparently is better for you in a lot of ways. I briefly skimmed over. I don't think I even skimmed over it. I think it was somebody was talking about it on probably the Joe Rogan podcast or something. But the advice came from somebody who was in fantastic shape and is a dealer in advice and information about how to get into shape, get into better shape, stay in shape, improve strength, endurance, etc. And if you're doing sprints, you are also improving your sprinting speed, which is important for me, for sports, soccer and hockey. It's very nice to have a good sprint speed. Back to Ewain. Cutscene, fade to black. Mercy, thank the gods you are safe. That young fool of a Lancer returned but moments ago, and through choked tears recounted me all that transpired. I understand Folks once again attempted to force upon you his corrupted notion of courage. I cannot say this often enough. A Lancer strengthens his courage by tempering his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. You were able to overcome Folks' trials, 'tis true, yet know that you did so by virtue of true courage, that is, courage born of composure and resolve. You faltered not before the fury of a frenzied treant, nor did you succumb to panic when surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves, even when blinded, as buttheads. Owing to this, you were able to perform to the fullest of your potential. You have come far, Mercy. It is past time that I taught you the piercing talon technique, one of the most versatile weapons in the Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. Now I must needs decide what course of action to take with regard to your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives were lost, this latest incident only serves to confirm what I have long suspected, that Folks will cause great harm if left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. He must be persuaded to desist, though I do not yet know how. Mayhap his regard for you could be turned to our advantage, but leave such considerations to me. For the time being, you would do well to put Folks from your mind. Folks. Focus on your training and strive to master the technique I have taught you. I look forward to our next meeting. You nod your head. I get a new spear. It's a brass spear. That's super cool and all. And I get my first ranged attack, which is nice. It's helpful. And then I have options. I don't need the body. The head is a good upgrade, so I'll get the head. I think that it means I'm gonna no longer have an eye patch as my headgear. So yeah, I got a ranged weapon attack, piercing talon. Just use it when you can't hit something from melee, basically. I keep it on my middle mouse button, which, speaking of which, I'm gonna do some keybind things super quick. Hotbar. I want this to be middle, this to be shift middle, this to be that, this to be shift that. Okay, so my stun is on my thumb mouse button, my range attack is on my middle mouse button. That might change later. Doesn't really matter to you guys, but that's the end of this video. Lancer 15 quest done.